painful. For the entrances of the elder world, were wide and sure. You want it your way, how you want it. You got it. You know? Okay. And bought immortal fruits. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. Read that again. For if then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. So if you're not going to labor and seek Yah for the kingdom, because yes, it is, once you repent and everything, you kingdom bound, but you gotta put your hand to the plow. You gotta put some work to this. You know what I'm saying? So this is why the scriptures say those that don't labor, they'll never receive it. Wow. Okay, and that's
why you can't talk about no works, man. They talk about works, man.
It doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense, man. You got to still work. You got to do something. You just can't say, "Oh, grace, is it." And now, it's not about works, man. It's just grace. And we automatically, we believe we automatically live, make it in. That's not so. Then the title of the parable ain't gonna work there.
The Melechis gotta work. Y'all gotta work, but you ain't gotta work.
Yeah, well, 2,000 years now. I'm still stuck on the 2000. I preached on it. Remember I talked about the 2000? And after the 2000, we got the Shabbat. In the middle of 2000, when Shua came, now Shua rose. Now this 2000, we ain't doing. They don't have to do no Shabbat.
Oh no.
And then when Yeshua comes for the millennium, we going back to the feast days, the new moons, and Shabbat. So what's the gap? So same thing with not working either. Oh, this is grace. We don't have to work.
That's right. Oh. And the scriptures say they'll never see it. They'll never see it. Okay.
Never see it.
As the scriptures say, now therefore, why disquietest thou thyself, seeing thou art but a corruptible man? Yes. And why art thou moved, whereas thou art but mortal? Why hast thou not considered in thy mind these things that is to come, rather than that which is present? Meaning, you're so stuck on, the kingdom, and you forget, well, you're right here right now. You're not in the kingdom yet. That's coming, but you're right here right now.
Mine's all in the air.
You can't sleep on your couch and just go to the park and fish. You gotta go do something because you're here. Okay. Verse 17. Then answered I and said, Heavenly brother, the angel, that bearest rule, thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous should inherit these things, but that the ungodly should perish. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things, and hope for wide. Meaning why don't you open these doors? And right here we say, nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things, and hope for wide abundance. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. And he said unto me, there is no judge above Yah, and none that hath understanding above the highest. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of Yah that is set before them. Again, the scriptures call Yah law the royal law. And anybody who's saying you ain't got to keep the law,
the royal
law.
Ooh, you talking about royal.
That's what the scriptures say. So how can someone?
Yeshua says he guarded.
That's right. Guard it.
He guard the royal.
Guard.
He's guarding the royal. Oh.
Just like on when we was in Bible study the other day. You guarding it, you keeping it. The scriptures say, my son, incline thine ear to thy father, to the law. Yeah. To it. And seeing these people talk, you ain't got to keep the law, you ain't got to do nothing. which is madness because the law is life. Well, if I live like this, I'm going to live. I'm going to live a blissful life.
Right.
I ain't going to have all these marital issues because I'm picking a husband or a wife that is adhering to the law, the royal law.
Keep in tune with it.
If I make her mad, she ain't going to do me dirty. She's just going to pray to the Most High.
Yes.
You know?
The Most High convict her to get right. She can repent, get right, then come to you, then y'all amend it.
That's right. You're adhering to the royal law and what? Problem solved. Just like that.
Wow.
Okay. Then answered, bears rule, verse 19. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. No, 19. And he said unto me, there is no judge above Yah, and none that hath understanding above the highest. For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of Yah that is set before them. Your aunt died of cancer. Your cousin Bobby, he died of an STD. Your other cousin died because he was committing adultery. Your other cousin died because he was a thief. Your other cousin died because he couldn't he couldn't keep his mouth closed when the cops were there and stuff got out of hand. He didn't listen to agree with our adversary quickly. They didn't even take you to the judge. They killed you. Wow. Things escalated and bam. You're dead.
Sentence death.
You're dead. And Satan was happy when it got turned. When the wide gates, Satan said, close, make it narrow. Yeah. Tighter. Now, you can't even get a pin through it. Tighter. I want it tight. They messed up. They don't deserve this because this is the whole thing like I did a lesson a few months ago. Yeah, Satan don't want you to receive the blessings.
That's right.
The rocks.
That's right.
Because Satan say you don't deserve it. You don't deserve this planet. I can't believe Yah gave you this planet. What? As soon as Adam and Eve tripped up, what Satan say? It's mine. It's mine. It's mine.
Because he did the same thing. It's mine.
It's mine. So
you sin, I sin, we even.
That's right.
What? You can't go, I can't go, you can't go.
So look at that. Okay, verse 20. For there be many that, 21. For Yah hath given straight commandment to such as came what they should do to live, even as they come. Listen to this. The Most High have given them straight commandments. How do you do this? What's a conscience? Even a child, I remember I was talking to this pastor years ago, and I was like, we all have common sense. Even if we're not taught this word, we all have a conscience. Y'all children has a conscience. A tribe somewhere in some remote village that they happen to be children of the Most High, not Nephilim type stuff like that. They know they pick up a rock because their parents made them mad, and they thinking about throwing them, and they conflicted. Nobody taught them anything. What is conflicting them? Their conscience that Yah has put in them. They might not be as detailed as one that studied the word, but their conscience is in them. Put that rock in.
They're like you told Cain, man. The sin lies at the door.
At the door. So they know, and this is what that scripture is saying. He giveth them commandments straightway. Nevertheless, they were and what they should observe to avoid punishment. When it's conscience that Yah put in him, he put the rock down. Well, I know if I throw this rock at my mom or my father, I might get in trouble. And they are my father. What's that? Children, be obedient to your parents. Love your mother and your father. That's something that they probably don't even know how to read, but it's in them. Can't get around it. Okay, verse 22. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him, and imagined vain things. Now, this is particularly talking about Zion, technically, right here, but everybody who is a child of Yah has this, but this is mainly talking about Zion. And they looked at Yah and said, man, I can't stand him. I just don't like him. I just don't like him. they ain't saying it. Hey, Yah, Ooh, I can't stand you. I can't stand you. I was supposed to go somewhere this Shabbat. I gotta go to. I'm gonna get stoned. I'm gonna get stoned. I want to get drunk this Shabbat. Okay. 23. And deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said to the Most High that He is not. Just like in Jeremiah, they said, "Speak unto us smooth things, prophesize us smooth things." And later on said, the next verse says, "Tell the Holy One to get away from us." They told Jeremiah to tell Yah, "Get away from us." Dude, that's some bold stuff.
Yeah, God created you.
That's some, and you know, this ain't like right now where we got some quote unquote wiggle room. Like, is y'all real? Yeah, you talking about some people, you know. Jeremiah was like, "Man, I can call some fire down from heaven if you want to see God right now." You know, they still had the tabernacle, they still had the stuff, and they was like, "Man, tell them to leave us alone," because they loved death. Okay, and that He is not, and know not His ways. 24, but His law have they despised. Royal, and this is what people say about the law done away with. We can't keep the law. What law can't you keep? That's the next question. Anybody ask you what law, that they can't keep the law, what law can't you keep? We can't keep sacrificial law, understandable. We're in the time of Yahusha, and He is we are keeping the sacrifice. We just ain't doing the animal sacrifice right now.
It's already there. It's our atonement.
Yeah, it's Yahusha is our atonement, our sacrifice, which we are keeping it, but we ain't keeping it like this, like the Levitical priesthood did. What law can you keep? Adultery, lying. A pastor came a few weeks ago, came to my residence talking about, I said, "What law can't you keep? Lie? Oh, come on, man. Do you lie? Don't make this about me. Why can't you stop lying? I could be lying to you right now. I could be the biggest liar on the East Coast. Don't make this about me. Oh, come on." And then he was like, "Come on, man. Do you lie? I'm the biggest liar on the East Coast." Okay, now what? Now what? Does that make it right? I'm a mass murderer.
No, it don't.
I'm a serial adulteress.
No.
What you want? I stole your wallet just now. I'm a thief.
Yeah.
Don't try to make this, "Oh, you can't eat." If I can't do it, that don't make it right. That means I'm willfully doing it. I'm not putting an effort into stopping. If I am still, here your wallet back now. I apologize. I'm working on it. I'm working it out. I'm working it out, man. Forgive me, Yahoo. Forgive me. I just try to get it out of my system. You know, I gotta fight these demons. Man, I sure want to commit fornication with your wife, adultery with your wife. But you know what? I had to put it aside. You know, there's things that, because if you want to rebuke those sins, you can do it.
Yes.
And the more shame that you put on Satan, look, oh man, Satan, get to me right now. Y'all rebuke Satan. Rebuke it out loud, you know. But once you start getting comfortable in your sins, then you say, "Come on, man. We both saw her, you know. Just look at her. Nah, that don't you.
Yeah.
Don't try to add me to it."
David said that I turned my eyes and turned not looking at anything evil.
That's right.
I turned not looking upon anything evil.
Right.
Even Job said the same thing, man.
Yeah.
If not, then let my wife grind another. He
Right,
said that.
that's a bold statement. A bold statement. You ain't gonna hear nothing like that.
Ah! Let somebody else grind my wife.
Ain't gonna hear that.
Hey!
Cause there ain't nobody trying to do that. Okay, but His laws have they despised and denied His covenants. In His statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed His works. And therefore, Esdras, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are full things. Just like an unpassionate relationship with a wife or a husband. Oh, you know, they cooking your dinner, but it's empty. They cook your dinner, but they ain't saying nothing on the table. They just sitting there looking at you. There ain't nothing in here. It's empty. The chicken even bland.
Right.
You didn't even, you know, it's one thing to be full and it's one thing to be empty.
Right.
Okay. 24. By His laws, verse 26. Behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have told thee shall come to pass, and the bride shall appear, and she coming forth shall be seen, that now is withdrawn from the earth. This is the taken away. Once the 5 virgins get everything,
right,
the bride is taken away.
Oof.
That now is withdrawn from the earth. And whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evils shall see my wonders, for my son Yahusha,
What?
Yahusha right there,
Go ahead.
in the apocrypha. For my son Yahusha shall be revealed with those that be with him, the wise virgins. And they that remain shall rejoice with him 400 years. After these years shall my son Yahusha die, and all men that have life. And the world shall be turned into the old silence 7 days, like as in the former judgments, so that no man shall remain. And after 7 days the world that yet awaketh not shall be raised up, that shall die, that is corrupt. And the earth shall restore those that are asleep in her, and so shall the dust, talking about like at the millennial, everybody raised up, some to everlasting life, some to, blessed those have in the first resurrection. Okay, and so shall the dust those that dwell in silence, and the secret places shall deliver those souls that were committed unto them. And the Most High shall appear unto the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end. But judgment only shall remain. Only just misery and all that gone, but guess what's not leaving? The law, statutes, and commandments. I ain't got to keep the laws. Y'all gonna clean up everything, and the only thing gonna be left is his royal law to judge. Now, if you want to slip up and do something during that time, that's you.
Not while y'all right there present.
Trust me.
Right,
they got
y'all right there in present now. You know what I'm saying? He's grace now because he's waiting.
Oh, yep.
Far off. That's great. But now at the millennium, he right there.
Gonna be some flogging. Gonna be some heads thrown right in.
Heads are going to roll.
Truck. It is what it is. Because they gonna think it's a joke. Truth shall stand, but judgment only shall remain. Truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong. And the work shall follow. The work shall follow. It's like, brother, we're going to be working. Yeah, the work shall follow. And the reward shall be shown. And the good deeds shall be of force. So it's going to be force. And wicked deeds shall bear no rule. The righteous are going to have fierce, forceful rule. And the wicked shall have no more rule. Then, so it's no more getting out of the way. You committed a crime. You committed a sin. I know somebody. My cousin is a senator. Judgment. That's it. You ain't got no power here. I don't care your sister is a senator. I don't care. Okay. Then said I, Abraham prayed first for the Sodomites, and Moses for the fathers that sinned in the wilderness. And Yahusha in the Old Testament, after Moses, this one, because Yahusha, because Yahusha, Joseph, is the same translation for Joshua is the same translation for Yahusha. Different people, same name. Okay, and Yahusha after him for Israel in the time of Achan. So they bringing the heavy hitters. Abraham prayed for Sodom. Moses prayed for the stiff-necked, rebellious fathers in the wilderness. Yahusha prayed and was like, Achan, come on, man. Come on, man. And Solomon and David for the destruction, and Solomon for them that should come in the sanctuary, and Heles for those, I don't know who, Heles, maybe Elijah's, for those that received rain. Yeah, it's probably Elijah's.
No, Elias, man.
Elias. Yeah, it's Helis. It's Helis.
Yeah, Helis. He's talking about Ahab. He's going to rain for 3 years.
Yeah, this is the one that's talking about right here.
Yeah.
And for the dead, and that he might live in Echazias. I don't know what that would be. Echazias for the people in the time of Sennacherib, and many for them. Even so now, singing corruption is grown up right now, like right now, and wickedness has increased right now, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly. This is Yah's. That's what I was talking to you the other day about. Like, Yah, why ain't you, Yah?
I know, right?
Yah. And then Yah was like, Cain.
I know when you said that, man.
And
I'm going to do a report on that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You said that.
All praises.
All those curses, man, but he didn't curse them. He let them. That's grace again.
A curse is grace. Get yourself together.
Yeah.
Come on. Your curse was, you got arthritis in your knees, or you got cancer in your knees, and your leg got cut off, but come on. Everything good. Hop over here. You know what I'm saying? All right. Wherefore shall it not be so now? So, he was quoting Abraham, Moses, Yahusha, Saul, David, and Solomon because, hey, pray for the wicked. Even, because again, this life is just not the final of your eternal. Your eternal is going to everlasting life, or you're going into everlasting torment. And this is why Yah is so merciful. I know he killed 3 people, but he can repent. You're like, yeah. You're not looking at the big picture. You're not looking. Yah is looking at the big picture.
We don't see it. We got to put us on like this, man.
And even if we do get it, we get it. It's hard because we're going through it and we're here. And y'all, I know. But the big picture needs to be more sought. That's why the scriptures say, if you forsake your life, he that hated his life can come follow me. Meaning, like, don't put your bet on this life, put it on the next one. That's why the scriptures are saying that. And this is why y'all is like, man, forgive him. Y'all gonna be good friends in the kingdom. He had an affair with your wife. I know.
Woo!
Hey, woo!
Come on, woo!
But then you think about everything that we have done to Yah now, in the past, in the future. Yah is like, I forgave you.
Yeah.
You up in there worshiping idols.
Yeah.
You up in there committing adultery.
Yeah.
You committed adultery against me. And Yah was like, I forgave you.
Yeah.
That's why he's like, pray for them. Because I'm.
Wow.
That's why Yah was ministering to me, this stuff. And 42, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doeth abide.
Yeah, this life.
This ain't it.
Ain't it? A lot of glory is going on.
Therefore have they prayed for the weak. Because some brothers, man, like, people got demons on them. Some people got demons of impatience. Like, bro, you need to be a little bit more patient, bro. You're going to get, you don't want to be impatient at the wrong time, get pulled over by the cops, or you talking, you in the wrong, and you being impatient with somebody else because they question, look, I did it. You wrong and you yelling at me. Because I want to question you. So that's why, but my point is saying to pray for the weak. Because not everybody who struggle with, or not everybody who's just willfully doing this. Some people are struggling with their sins and they need to be delivered from it and prayed, prayed over and prayed for and whatnot, and pray that they are loose from these bonds of anger and hatred and fornication, adultery, thieving. Hey man, I used to steal all the time. People kept me in the prayers. I got that demon off me. Yeah. It's the sticky fingers demon. You know that? I gotta steal something. They called it kleptomaniac in the behavioral, in the mental health field. They're klepto. They're always stealing something. Your pencil, they'll steal your pencil.
Like $1
No, yeah, right, yeah. Klepto. He wants your dollars.
Klepto. Trying to take your dollars.
And he taking them
dollars. Taking your dollars.
He taking them too. Like
Klepto dollars. Come on, you just taught me something.
You just taught me something too.
Klepto dollars. Taking your dollars.
And that's a demon.
Yay! Klepto dollars.
That's a demon right there. Just keep taking it. Okay. But they weak. So that's the point y'all was just pushing here when he was told me about this chapter about praying for the weak. Because not everybody who do you wrong is just, even though it's hard to do sometimes, man, some people are just weak. And you know, if you carrying a 50-pound weight and somebody else carrying a 50-pound weight, if they're not strong enough to hold it, they're not strong enough to hold it. I mean, no matter how much you look at them and say, what's wrong with you? Man, I can't do it. I can't do it. You mad at me, but I can't do it.
You gotta help them.
I gotta, that's why, all right, man, give me some. You carry 30, I carry the other 20. But that's very, know what you're doing with that too, because some people gotta know when people need help and if they take advantage of you. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, intemperance is at the end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and the truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed. Once your mama go in the pit, that's it. Well, too high, I love you, mama. Once your mama go in the pit, ain't nobody. I see you every Shabbat, mama, but I can't give you no water. I can't do nothing to you. And probably gonna be a problem. Somebody, that's my cousin, some water. You go in there with your cousin then. I told nobody to give nobody nothing. I'm joking on that. I don't know what's going on. I don't think nobody gonna have the spirit to be giving somebody in hell something.
No, too little mirror is gonna be a gulf.
Yeah.
You can't go to them, or they can't come.
They can't, but you can see each other. Nor to oppress him that hath gotten the victory. Don't Satan get mad at you when you get the victory. Put a tire on flat. Satan can't even put your tire on flat no more. Zing! I got the victory. You can't mess with me. All right. I answered then and said, this is my first and last saying, that it had been better not to have given the earth unto Adam, or else when it was given him to have restrained him from sinning. Meaning, what has took place after what happened with Adam and Eve, but mainly the focus on Adam right here, is it's like, man, we should have restrained him.
Yeah, first time.
Well, there's only one first time. It wasn't no sex. It was a one-time thing. The scriptures say it would have been better to restrain him. Now look, oh my goodness, because you got a maniac running the show now. You remember that show, Batman the Joker? I mean, you have a literally lunatic, Job 9:24, running the show. Satan is crazy. Like, I mean, crazy, yo. I'm talking about what Satan do to children. I mean, elderly people. I mean, an elderly person could be in dementia. Somebody possessed with Satan called up, hey, I need your checking account information. And they got $500,000 from working their life. Or they got their insurance or their checks or whatever. Clear out their whole bank account and don't think nothing about it. Nothing about it. I mean, Satan get down with the dirt. Okay? And for what profit is it for man now in this present time to live in heaviness? Look at, I live in heaviness. You live in heaviness. So Sue live in heaviness. It's like, oh, man, look at what has happened. Right? Yeah, right? And after death to look for punishment. O thou Adam, what hast thou done? O thou Adam, what hast thou done? Adam. Yeah.
That was my last sermon. I had a part of that.
All praises.
That's the other one, man.
Yeah.
My other apocryphal over there.
It's in there. It's just
It's
under
in
a
there.
different
I'm
name.
find it. Don't worry about it. I'm fine it.
For though it was thou that sinned, thou art not fallen alone. And when I read that took me right to Yahusha and Achan.
Yeah.
Achan, what did you do?
Yeah.
All these people had to die because of you. Adam, do you know what is about to happen?
Yeah.
In 100 years, your son about to kill your other son. The earth is about to taste death. And Cain was one of billions of people that the blood babies. Right now, man, 22 million babies in the Negro community aborted. In the Caucasian community, millions aborted. In the Hispanic community, millions aborted. And this is just data just from 1970. Think about from 6,000 years ago till now. I mean, the blood has ran to above the horse's bridle. I mean, just blood.
Wow.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's fine.
All right. And after death, O Adam, what hast thou done? For though it was thou that sinned, thou art not fallen alone, but we all that come of thee. For, just go with Eve too. Eve, what did you do? For what profit is it unto us if there be promised us an immortal time, whereas we have done the works that bring death? And that there is promised us an everlasting hope, whereas ourselves being most wicked are made vain, and that there are laid up for us dwellings of health and safety, whereas we have lived wickedly, and that the glory of the Most High is kept to defend them which have laid a weary life, whereas we have walked in the most wicked ways of all, and that there should be showed a paradise whose fruit endured forever, wherein is security and medicine, since we shall not enter into it. For we have walked in unpleasant places, and that the faces of them which have used abstinence shall shine above the stars. The people who didn't succumb to this life, sold everything to follow Yahusha, sold everything to repented of all their whoring ways. When they did sin, they immediately call out their own sin. I don't need you to call out my own sin. I'm calling out myself. Stop stealing, Johnny. Johnny, turn away from that woman. I ain't committing adultery, Johnny. You calling out your own sin. Yeah, that's right. Stop it. And this is what they promised. And that the faces of them which have used abstinence. Yes. Not only these people use, and that's a form of abstinence. You know, you rebuking yourself, you keeping yourself from it. You calling the sin out. You know. That's right. Don't commit adultery, Johnny. Don't do it. Put your hands back in your pocket. No stealing. Man, get away from me. I was going to steal your wallet. Get away. Get away. I'm working out my issues. Get away. All right. And that the faces of them which have used abstinence shall shine above the stars, whereas our faces shall be blacker than darkness.
Wow.
Twofold here. You got one people who are using abstinence, they're correcting themselves. The scriptures say, judge yourselves and no man to judge you.
That's right, examine yourself.
You know, and if a brother or a sister do judge you, is it righteous judgment? And if it's righteous judgment, you got some things that you need to work out. But the people who don't want to do this, whereas our faces shall be blacker than darkness. And that thing with the dark water, it was pure black. It was just misery. You just loathing and drowning in your sins, adultery, thieving. This sin stuff ain't no joke. You gonna pay for it. Even though I was talking to y'all, why ain't you getting them? Hey man, I'm patient. Y'all,
long suffering.
Long suffering. And that some it benefits more to others. Some people more so walk on a better path, and they really don't need necessarily y'all patience because they doing what they need to. But some people, man, boy, if it wasn't for y'all mercy, you would be all type of messed up. They're not saying they better than other people, but some people do y'all will, and they don't. They using abstinence. But if they did ever fall, y'all mercy would be for them too. But you don't want to be in that place in blacker than darkness. This is a real place. That you're gonna pay. Verse 56. We'll go down to 70. For while we live in committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death. YOLO, live young, die fast. We ain't worried about tomorrow. And that's what Satan has got in this society, even older people. Man, you see older people on Facebook and all this stuff. Man, I'm living for now. I'm doing me. I just got a divorce. Even though you really didn't, I'm about to do me. You gonna pay for this. And they ain't worried about, I'm worried about what right now. I ain't worried about what's in the future or anything. I'm worried about what right now for wickedness. Then answered he me and said, this is the conditions of the battle. This is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. Yup, son. Come on, just man fall 7 times and get back up. I know you got knocked down. Get back up. Give you a little strength. You got some brothers and sisters over here praying for you. This is the conditions of the battle. Okay? Where is it? Which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as though thou hast said. But if he get the victory, meaning if you succumb to the battle, your face gonna be blacker than darkness. But if he get the victory, his face gonna shine as bright as the stars. Okay. If he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say, which is what we're trying to get, going through the narrow path to get to the opposite, because that's where it's all at. Okay. That if he overcome, if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life that thou mayest live. Nevertheless, they believe not him. And how do you choose life? By keeping the royal law. Nor yet the prophets after him, nor me, which have spoken unto them, that there should not be such heaviness in their destruction, as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation. And that's another big thing y'all was dealing with me about, persuading people, winning people over. It's like going out on a date, courting somebody. You trying to win her over, and females trying to get with a man too. It's like you dressing up for him. Because you trying to get his attention. He trying to get your attention. Y'all trying to win each other over, and that's going out in the highways and byways, winning people over.
I was thinking about that today, man.
Did you?
Yeah,
y'all
man.
was dealing with me just.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Oh man, first impressions.
That's why
when you're talking in business, trying to win souls, man.
You're trying to win business.
There you go, getting favor. Man, that's awesome. I was thinking about it today.
That's what y'all was dealing with for the past few weeks. That's what talking about, that love stuff, man. Y'all want love, just win them over, because a lot of these women don't know what love and intimacy and courting is. You know, they just, take you out, go to the club, have sex, and yada yada. You selling yourself short. You selling yourself. That's what it takes.
What?
That's what it takes, and it's quick. It's in and out, fast food. Like you want to be in a space where sit down, cooking a meal, light the candles, pour a little wine, you know what I'm saying, or a little juice, whatever you drink. Let's have a conversation. Let's go sit down and watch a movie. Let's get intimate. And compare. Let's go out on a date. Let's go to the club. Let's go have sex. In comparison to this, you selling yourself short. And then you just the woman who with the man who's doing all this intimate stuff, she feels fulfilled. Not rushed, fulfilled. The woman with the going out, hey, let's go out to Applebee's and do all this, just bam, bam, empty. Y'all had sex and y'all went out, all right, call you later.
Done.
That's it. But this right here, y'all still the aura of it is still there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The other thing didn't have time to build up an aura. It was in and out. Okay, and nevertheless they believe him not, since that there should not be such heaviness in their destruction as enjoyed that are persuaded to salvation. I answered then and said, I know, Yah, that the Most High, talking to the angel, the heavenly angel, that the Most High is called merciful, in that he hath mercy upon them which are not yet come into the world, and upon those also that turn to his law, his royal law, and that he is patient and long-suffering those that have sinned as his creatures. It's just like, man, that would be like, yeah. It's like dealing with a son or a child. Like, I know, Bobby is bad as hell. I know. But Bobby is still my son.
That's right.
So, and no matter,
wow.
Bobby's still family.
Wow.
And that's how y'all is. That's why y'all gonna, whether you like it or not, whether you wanna submit to it, y'all gonna be long suffering. And sometimes it might work against your happiness, quote unquote. The person he being long suffering with is the person who calls you like, I know, she bad, but she's still my daughter. And I'm gonna show. So you might as well, pray and let it go and pray for the best, because I'm gonna give them opportunity whether you like it or not. And that he is bountiful, for he is ready to give where it is needed, and that he is great of mercy, for he multiplied more and more mercies to them that are present. Look at that, like, Satan up there, Bobby ran out of mercy. Give him 2 more. Give him 2 more days. 2 more days.
Wow.
And Satan is like, you heard what I said, 2 more days. 2 more days. Probably on the last 30 minutes of that day, Bobby had an epiphany, Satan like, no, it was just 2 days ago. Just 2 days ago.
It came to him.
The last 30 minutes. The last 30
I'm
sorry. 30, Satan up there counted down. 29 minutes.
That's right.
You're 31 minutes.
That's
right. By the end of 30 minutes right there. It's like those movies where it be count down to the bump. 10, 9, 8, 7, 8. It's like a movie. Alright. Mercy, he is multiplying mercy to them that are present and that are past, and also them which are to come, for it shall not multiply. For if he shall not multiply his mercies, the world would not continue. If he was to not multiply his mercies, the world would not continue. Y'all, boy, y'all, and once y'all, I'm done. Destroy Michael, Uriel, get the game. We're killing everybody. Everybody who there, kill them. I mean, and that's what y'all was telling me. Once y'all is done with mercy, man, it's like, man, strap up the boots. We killing everything. Anything that moves, kill it. Slaughter it. That's what y'all was telling me. Y'all was like, man, I don't like getting like that. I just want to chill out, eat popcorn and, just, hey, what up, fam? What are my children? That's what y'all was telling me. But because once he like, man, I'm done, no more. Satan up in there. Oh, yeah, it's time. I'm about to go hide underneath a rock because I don't want to see this. Don't get it twisted. When y'all let loose, Satan ain't going to be like, yeah. Let me go find a place to hide because y'all got, when he get mad, he get mad. You know what I'm saying? He get mad. So don't get it twisted like Satan going to be up there eating popcorn. Ain't going to be none of that. All right. And he continued with them that inherit therein. And he pardoned, for if he did not sow of his goodness, that they which have committed iniquities might be eased of them, the 10,000 part of man should not remain living. And being judged, if he should not forgive them that are cured with his word, the healing of the word, the washing of the word, and put out the multitude of contentions, there should be very few left pre-adventures in an innumerable multitude. So it's saying, y'all, when he's ready to judge, he's going to judge, and that's going to be that. Anybody who ain't covered, you ain't covered, and it is what it is. But y'all definitely gave you many. Sometimes he probably on judgment day, look, man, this how many people was praying to me to judge you. At least call you out, And I say, give some more. Wow. And you still ain't get it right. I mean, what we do, So, but y'all was dealing with me with that, because I was asking y'all about this, what I'm saying, about, opening up blessings, baraks, and, Second Ezra chapter 7, and, I was talking to him about people doing people wrong, and I seen it on a license plate, I wrote it down, and I went to, when I got to the house, and, everything that I was talking to y'all about was Second Ezra 7, so, but, shalom.
Wow, man. Shalom. Wow. Thank you for that. That's why I thank you for the Apocrypha and the other books, so y'all get more understanding. And like you said, Brother Faye was talking about straight is the gate, but wide is destruction. And think about wide is the mirror before you get to the bride. And I'm thankful for that. And, like I said, if you give it to us, it'd be too easy. We won't, saying, and if it's given to you, we won't have no responsibility of it. We won't respect it. And that's probably what happened with Adam and Eve. Like I said, the Garden of Eden was given to Adam. All he had to do is dress it, man. He didn't have to work for nothing. They chilled and they lived in the garden, man. And they had one commandment, was not to eat the tree of knowledge of good and evil. They didn't have to work for it because he was created, he was made. And then, like I said, then he was given to Eve, for the bones. So, but now it's a sweat of the brow, and we got to work for everything. Same with the walk with Yah. People want to say that we don't have to work anything, but hey, this ain't easy, man. Every day, fighting Satan, fighting sin, and keep yourself absent. From everything, absent. And like we want to. That's why I was sharing. I forgot who I was sharing with this. Like Paul said, it might be lawful to do all these things. Lawful to go to the club, lawful to get a woman out from the club and go take her home and sleep with her. It's lawful to drink and all that, Don't break the law. It's lawful to do all that stuff. But he says it's not expedient. It's not proper for your soul. Your soul going straight to hell. You know, it's do these things. It's not even inherit the kingdom of Yah. That's what Apostle Shaul said. You will not. It's not profitable, man. So keep us absent. That's why I like that we talk about the narrow, then get to the broad, you get to the kingdom of Yah. We got to go through the narrow. We're going through, like I shared with Sister Sue, you know, the fire, the share with a praise report is that they dropped the charges for his son. Yes, it was done a year and a half, and I didn't know he was wearing a bracelet too. And then that's like slavery. Now that he go down and get the bracelet cut off, he ain't got no charges, nothing. He got clean record and everything. You know what I'm saying? That's mercy right there, like you said. And I was sharing with now he can join the military now. He don't have no record or anything. So now, I was telling Sister Sue because she's doing straight and all that, and now and talked to that her and Pastor Desiree, they called off the engagement because they knew it wasn't right at the time. And I said she was getting, even though it was a test, I was telling her it was a test, even though she hurting, but she sacrificed. But now look what happened. You know, her family, man. She's the overseer of her family now. Son got cleared. She been with the house of Yah, man, for about a year now. And now, man, and that's what it is, man. Even though we get pain and now that's by fire. Now, you know, it's pure. You know what I'm saying? And that's what y'all's doing with us. Because like I said, we're like, Yah, come on, man. You know, and I was looking at a job in New Bern. I was like, y'all, I don't care working second shift. I work big dog now and move and go there. And I will get my Wednesdays and Shabbats off. That's the only way I would do it. But I'm scheming. You know what I'm saying? To find ways, man, to pay for the house of y'all and do what I can do. You know? And keep yourself absent and do things like that. So doing the narrow. And that's put more work on than going to school. I'm tired. But so, you know what I'm saying? What it takes to make it to the house, to make it to Shamarine. We are suffering. You know, but like I said, we gonna get it broad. And that's what he does. It's just what Satan doing to Satan, like I like what you said. Satan don't want us to have it. He's closing everything. Shut it down.
That's right.
Don't let him see it. Because he will run.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I like where you just seen it too, and I was thinking about it too. What it do to win souls, man? To win souls, man, when you run across a person, man. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it today, bro. You know how we say we knock the dust off our feet, man. That's the only thing we got if they don't accept it. But before that, man, we go into the house. How you go to the person house? You go with manners and you trying to see what they like and you trying to get in there, you know, and try to, you know, present the gospel delicious to them and everything else and praying that they take it. And some are just rude. Some of them don't, you know, just shoot you and spit you out. So it's just knock the dust off your feet. It's just more tolerable than Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying? Well, I like that because Sodom and Gomorrah, they had a chance to repent. They didn't have nobody come to them and tell them to repent. Man, fire and brimstone came down. You know, they didn't have nothing like that. The days of Noah. You know what I'm saying? They had 100 years on a righteous man, but still, they really didn't understand. When did it rain? It was nothing but the dew come from the ground. You read it. It never rained. So they laughed. They think, Noah, you were crazy. Until the rain came.
First drop.
You know, that's why it says more tolerant in those days. We got it now. You know, we got Yeshua. We got people coming across saying, hey, man, it's better than doing what you're doing. And they out there mocking us, laughing at us. That's why they say those people in Tyree, and then when Jonah went, you know, the king, man, he did it fast. He told no beast or nobody would eat and drink. Right. The beast didn't know nothing about no fasting. So they're going to judge us, judge the ones that are sinning. Because, hey, they repented and so they had a chance to repent. But I love what my brother just said. I appreciate it. He read Ezra. That's one of my favorite books now again. How he was talking about death and how we had to do these things. And I like when you talk about Adam, man. Adam, if you only knew, man, what you did to us, you would not did that. You would look at Eve and say, you a fool, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but he loved it. He was in intimate love with that. Intimate love just to sin. Let me stop, man. Again, at Bethel, greet Pastor Desiree to all the churches in Kush. The bishop says salutation to you. And Pastor Desiree, I'm still working, trying to get. I want you to keep in prayer. The events coming up, trying to get the money to come over there. So again, I say salutation to y'all. Shabbat shalom till we meet again tomorrow. Bless Baruch TV land. May y'all bless thee, keep thee. May y'all make a face shine upon thee, be gracious to thee. May y'all live in this comfort upon you, peace in Yahushua's name. May y'all make it right on the high places of the earth, feed the heritage of Yaakov, with the heritage of Yosef, with the heritage of Abraham. For the mouth of y'all spoken. And before I stop, leave out the blessings. I'll still open the door for anybody want to be immersed in Yahushua's name. Like you heard it, when I said it before, Brother Favor came up, we talked about immersion. There, y'all talk baptism, talk about immersion. You must be immersed to be saved. And you must be immersed in the name of Yeshua. And there's no other name where a man must be saved. Until we speak again tomorrow on Shabbat, I speak Shabbat Shalom.